What's up, everybody? Rex Extreme Werewolf, and today I was thinking we should talk about Skylanders. With the fact that Skylanders is on the rise of sorts, let me talk about Skylanders that we can make, well, characters from shows, TVs, and movies we've watched, and add basically putting them in Skylanders. But first, let's talk about a certain show, Skylanders Academy. The first Imaginator to be shown, while his crystal looked more like an undead lantern crystal, but despite being from that crystal, we gotta figure out what his real element is, and his real element would be that of the earth element, because if you had seen Dan TDM, he got in a capsule that had his character an earth quick shot. Psy, who would say, I'm the real Peel. But sadly, that's the one problem, though, considering that is not part of Skylanders Imaginators, which sort of sucks. Should have made an update where Psy was turned into a Skylander and be playable. But who we got? In fact, speaking of Psy, here's mine. Although technically it's probably reversed when I'm recording this. But let's see. For Psy, for many years I had used the rapid fire for his primary attack, but I feel like he should be better off with the wild style. The marksman, that's what that primary is. But the problem with this is that I gave him the Death Blossom, but when I see the Death Blossom, I feel like it's a Banana Blossom instead. As he's shooting bananas all around. For a secondary, since this is technically my first and only Earth Imaginator, I have to give him the Earth Shaker. Basically, it's this ability that was renamed, but to the most people who know, the most fan favorite Earth elemental ability they decided to give to Earth Imaginators was the Earth Swim from Terrafin. I mean, then again, they got the idea to make Terrafin because of Street Sharks. So, but with Psy right here, let's see. Well, actually, no, we're not going to be just talking about Psy. In fact, we're going to be talking about characters who could be added into this game, but it is a more popular icon of such, since this character has a lot of forms, 10 million maybe, and this character is none other than Ben 10, mainly the Omniverse version at least. So, if there were any Earth-based characters that I would put to represent Ben 10, well, all the aliens that he would come into play, I would say two versions of one character. I would put Diamond Head, obviously, followed up with Four Arms, followed up with followed up with Wrath, and finally Armadillo. Reason being, like, for Four Arms and Wrath, they could possibly use the likes of Stone Fist. Oh well, actually no, not Wrath, but Wrath would probably call upon a beetle to fight for him. So yeah, that would make sense. But Humongosaur, I would put the regular Humongosaur as a smasher due to the fact that one of the secret techniques for a smasher class, not Here Comes the Pain, Belly Flop, not the Berserker, not the War Cry, the Stomp. That little stomp can be renamed just by us alone as the Saurian Stomp, as we can give that to Humongosaur. But I'll probably have to like put on the game just to show you what like a part 2 for this, to show what specific weapons from specific battle classes that would make sense for certain aliens to use. If okay, so honestly, yes, I would stick with this, but if I wanted to bring him in as a brawler, I would give him Megaton Punch. Not dashing uppercut, not knockout clap, not even not even the let's see, there's dashing uppercut, there's the wave fist. Wave fist is definitely not going to be a humongosaur ability. But speaking of humongosaur, it's not just humongosaur. There's also ultimate humongosaur. But unlike regular humongosaur, his evolved version would be bazooka. Now, in terms of elemental abilities for both humongosaur smasher and bazooka, I would say the rhino beetle would be a good assistant. But I feel like when he comes to ultimate humongosaur, like it feels like he can just shoot a missile into the ground and then it'll pop up as a fist. So yeah, I'll take that. Secret technique, obviously well, not the stomp. I would probably give him scorched earth at least. Well, definitely not rocket jump. Scorched earth and no way, he doesn't leave a fiery explosion. So no, I think artillery strike would fit this guy. Um, if I had to put Wrath in the game, he would be an Earth brawler. Sadly, while I know he would also possibly be a fire one if you consider his damage output with that explosion of anger that he can use. But no, I think Earth would be better. A Rhino Bee would be a great ally to him too. So, what would be the secret technique for Wrath? I guess I would say Megaton Punch, not Knockout Clap, not Wave Fist. I mean, Dashing Uppercut would seem good too. But I think Megaton Punch will work. Nah, it's definitely Dashing Uppercut. For Armadillo, let's just say that he would use the Earth Shaker ability. Oh, Wrath would also be more of a boxer than a bruiser. Since he's naming wrestling moves in a way. So, with. Okay, let's see. I talked about. Yeah. I would give Wrath Dashing Uppercut, Rhino Beetle, and Boxer. But if there was another Earth character, oh yeah, Armadillo. That's what I was talking about. I would give Armadillo the choice of the obvious choice, the Drill Gauntlets. His secondary ability, which is the elemental ability, would be the Earth Shaker, since he's known to dig underground. For why? I guess some people can use either dashing uppercut or Megaton Punch. I would probably give him Megaton Punch, but to him it would be Jackhammer Punch. But now we finally get to, well, technically I guess there would be another, but let's at least give credits to where he is. This is Diamond Head, the most fan favorite guy, and because he was technically he was the first Earth related character, not fire based character Heat Blast, or I guess Wildmutt would be life, considering technically an animal, and life is all about animals and plants. So yeah, life. With Earth, I would probably make it so that Diamond Head doesn't dig underground. He could be a brawler with the crystal gauntlets. A dashing uppercut would make sense for him. And if anything, I would probably do give him. Well, let's see. No, he would be a bruiser, not a boxer. He'd be slashing and slicing and dicing, not puncturing, unless it's a robot. So no, that wouldn't count. So it's bruiser for Diamond Head. Uh Gravitak, I'm actually thinking he could possibly be a magic character, but because he's a living planet based organism, I would put him in Earth as well. I was thinking that Stonefist could maybe work, but then again, he should have his own orbit, so he would join Diamond Head with summoning diamond shards for an armor, unlike the mastered version of Earthshaker. But as for battle class, I would probably put him as a bruiser yet again, but instead of Megaton Punch, instead of Wave Fist, I would give him the knockout clap because I remember very well that in a Ben 10 Omniverse game I had, the first one, he did a sonic clap attack. It would make perfect sense for him to be a bruiser. And or he could be magic if you want, give him the bewildering blast attack, still be a brawler. Well, if you were to make him into a bazooka or smash, well, actually, smash it would probably fit him too. Heck, you can make him funny, like turn him into a darn ninja because when he's like all circular, no legs and arms type. Well, then again, that wouldn't fit right. So just make him a tiny, or try your best to make him big when it comes to using a ninja class Imaginator. Let's see. I was originally thinking about doing Earth, but should we at least do a few others? I know a water character that would be perfect, Ripjaws. I would possibly put him as a brawler or a sentinel. He could be an acrobatic sentinel, considering his build. But for brawler, I would probably put boxer. And because he would be a member of the water, he would be sending out obviously piranha piranha pets at enemy players. But if he were either a brawler, I would say that he would need dashing uppercut, like he would be dashing in within the sea to breach, or if he were a sentinel, I would say hypnotize would work since he is sort of like an anglerfish. But I could, well, I don't know about Grand Slam. Now, I would probably say mostly, yeah, I would probably give him Hypnotize. Or Clothesline was not fit right. But, oh wait, I forgot about Forearms. Forearms is 100% going to be a brawler. Bruiser definitely, no, Boxer definitely. Stone Fist, and because of the forearms, I would probably give him knockout clap as well. Uh, if I had to put any other water elemental character, oh yeah, if I had to put after Rip Jaws, I know there's Water Hazard, probably going to be a brawler right there, or it could be a quick shot. Yeah, yeah, that'd be a good idea. A quick shot too. Definitely probably use, well, he wouldn't use bubble bounce. There's no such thing. I have not once seen a alien from Ben 10 using any form of bubble powers. Ball Weevil does not count because that is a ball, not a bubble. I mean, I guess Wave Rider could also be good for Rip Jaws or Water Hazard, actually. Yeah, because he has to ride the water when he's propelling himself through the air, so why not that ability? He doesn't have piranha powers, he can't form ice or turn into a bubble. So, speaking of ice, I would put Chill as an ice-based Skylander, just by using those ice blocks. I would make him a sorcerer, probably using the enchanter or enchantress type. No, the enchanter where he's throwing stuff. Now he would probably use some form of beam attacks. So yeah, that would be his thing, a beam. But if I were to give him a secret technique, I would not. I mean, a pro bowler would be make sensible for a snowball. Mystic Grid doesn't feel right. Honestly, Mystic Grid kind of sucks. I actually gave it to Twilight. I need to redo. Give her something else. And if I had to, with the likes of Arctic Guana, he too would form ice blocks, but he would be more of a brawler. Don't know. I mean, he could use the Chaos Claws. Oh, yeah. Speaking of, if Big Chill were a brawler, I would give him either something that was related to ice or Chaos Claws again. That would pretty much be it. Uh, for Heat Blast, I would definitely either make him. Well, I can't really make him a brawler, but I would probably make him as either a quick shot or, if anything, a bazooka. If you think about it. I mean, there's the lava Zuka. There's not really any fire-based quick shots that I know about. I mean, weapons of the quick shot class that I don't know about. Uh, Heat Blast could be both a burning blaze dashing type of character, but he could also summon the Tri Flames. Now he could use the Wave Fist if he were a brawler. I would not give him Rocket Jump, but definitely Scorched Earth. I would probably make it so that he either uses the Destroyer or the Blaster for primary. Maybe Destroyer will work better, but then, I mean, explosive and fiery at the same time. Or he can just shoot rapid fireballs. Yeah, that would probably be better. Nah, I'm going to give him Destroyer. I think Destroyer is a perfect thing for Bazooka. For NRG, I would put. I guess you consider him as a Fire Skylander. Make it so that his armor is hot to the touch, so that means explosion would be perfect, especially when it increases his speed, defense, and damage. No way, that's for smashes. So he would possibly be a smasher as well. The brawler mode too. I mean, then again, there's either his outside alien, like his fire incorporeal form, or his containment suit. Containment suit would probably be one of those two battle classes, and there and his outside his mech suit, he could be a brawler mostly, or a swashbuckler if you think about it. Well, no, maybe not a swashbuckler. Just if I speaking of swashbucklers, I would probably say that Ghost Freak would be a perfect undead swashbuckler. Tail mostly, and would wield sword and the swords too. And of course, he has to have Soul Stealer. I mean, he's not the type of guy that would laugh. He doesn't summon tombstones, and he doesn't really spit out green stuff. If I anything that would be green related, that would be Stinkfly, but I don't really see Stinkfly as a as an undead Skylander since he's a bug. So I'd probably put him in life. So yeah, life would be better. Poisonous pestilence after all. And if I had if well Walnut would be a brawler, sadly. Probably Bruiser. And I guess Walnut would be a little different though. I would probably put Walnut I would put him in life element, but then again, the problem with that matter is that he doesn't actually have any plant related abilities. So that would count off. No, he would be joining the earth element. Wildmutt would join the earth element despite or the magic element if you're able to see with sonar rather than eyesights. So yeah, Walnut would be joining the magic element more so with a bewildering blast. So yeah, a bewildering blast would be perfect for him, especially as a a bruising brawler. And if I had to, I would say not Megaton Punch, not Knockout Clap. Well, actually, the Knockout Clap could be like a sonar thing if you think about it. Just imagine it like a sonar clap. Oh wait, I forgot Ultimate Wildman had that has the ultimate form, just like Humongous. Uh, but if I were to add an air character, I would probably give that to either Accelerate with that shockingly swift step as a boxing bruiser, or he'd be a no a boxing brawler, or he can be a boxing brawler of the light element with the speed of light with that rainbow rush. Yeah, that would make sense. I mean, it's the only thing. I mean, it's not black and blue, but sort of related to it. I mean, if you dash with that. For light Skylanders, bear in mind, they are going to be a little tricky. I would probably put in Way Big as a smasher or a bazooker when he has that green blast attack of his, but also a bruiser too. Well, maybe not bruiser. So I would probably put him as a smasher and bazooker of the light element. And I know this might sound weird to have him as a light Skylander, but Blitzwolfer could also make sense. Brawler with the knockout clap. Then again, there's also the maybe a chance of a flashbang. Or he could be fast too with a little bit of speed of light. I mean, he is a werewolf, and he would obviously have to be more of a boxer or a bruiser. I mean, he does have a tail. Or you can make him as a quick shot. But I guess you could also make him as an undead brawler too with a soul stealer. Definitely not last laugh. And I guess you could put down Wampire as an undead with a soul stealer. As a brawler too. Probably turn. Okay, we are getting off topic. We were talking about Earth related Imagineers, but I guess we'll talk a few more. If I went to do the tech, I would put Gray Matter, Upgrade, and Jury Rig as tech Skylanders. Armadillo does not count. Gray Matter could summon minions to help him. Like he could lead an army of little electrifying boxers. I would put him as a bazooker actually, or a sorcerer. No, that would be Azimuth. If you think about the classic Azimuth, or you can put or you can make him have a turret. I would say more of a turret, or depending on what battle class you pick with Gray Matter, you have to either give him turrets or minions. Upgrade. I would do motorcycle mayhem mainly. Feedback, I guess, would count as a tech Skylander since he uses electricity and not air. Well, actually, I would say that air would work better for his feedback if you want to give him the shockingly swift step. But I guess you could also work better off with the tech, considering he can summon electrified minions to help him. And if he were a brawler, he would definitely use the Wave Fist. Uh, Upgrade, I could say he could be a bazooker, a quick shot, sorcerer, or brawler. Well, depending on the what types of elements, I mean, what types of weapons there are in the arsenal of specific battle class Imaginator battle classes, I could say that he could fit anyone, just maybe not the ninja, possibly the swashbuckler. Who knows? Uh, if I I guess you could also bring brainstorm in too. I mean, brainstorm could be a sorcerer with those lightning beam attacks and summon lightning from the sky. And for the air, well, no, he wouldn't be an air character. No, 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 he would not be an air character. Well, shockingly, Swift Step would probably be better, but I would suggest Tech. So electrified minions would be better suited for a Tech sorcerer like him. Yeah, that would probably be the only thing that he would be, a Tech sorcerer. I'm not giving him that brain litter thing though. I'd rather give him something that does not have that brain. It's disgusting. Um, if I had to, I would also bring the likes of. If I were to actually bring another. Oh, yeah, there's also Kicking Hawk. There's also a few other characters, actually. Uh, I guess if you. Oh, yeah, Wildvine. He would definitely use the Vine whips if he was a life Skylander of either the Sentinel because of the Seed Basher, or I don't know what would be perfect for a brawler, but that would be good. But I could also possibly see him using some of the bazooka type weapons that are involved with life, or he could use something that involves with the quick shot, or even the sub, or the sorcerer, or even the swashbucklers. Yeah, the swashbuckler would be a good choice too. Just gotta figure out what type of tail he would use. And I guess we should finish it off by talking about at least one more alien. I guess Alien X would work as either a brawler, a bazooker. Also, I could probably see him with all the classes, just minus the ninja. Heck, I'll even say that the knight class would be more better. No, swashbucklers does not work either. Just knight, brawler, bazooker, sorcerer. Yeah, that worked. Or even sentinel. He gives me off some sort of Aquaman-like vibe, so he would be sentinel too. Oh yeah, Ripjaws would also be a sentinel. Oh, I already said that. I don't have a dark creation crystal, so I can't really figure out what would be the dark elemental abilities of Alien X, but I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time for another Imaginators review of who should be made into Skylanders. Bye!